Germany, and that was cool. I only spent a few days there. The best thing about that by far was the surfing that I found in Munich. I was just walking along and I walked across this bridge and I looked to the side and there's these people surfing, like middle of winter, full wetsuits, surfing on a river that, you know, the water came from underneath the bridge, hit this log that they made, that made a wave, and they were surfing that. So that was amazing to see surfing in Munich in the middle of winter. And I was literally just wandering around the city taking pictures and stumbled upon it. So that was amazing. From there I went across to Prague. And by the way, all of these trips I've done by train and bus. So I went across to Prague. Prague is a beautiful city. It's very condensed. It's easy to walk a lot of places. The subway system's really good as well. Really great for pictures. Lots of old bridges, old buildings, lots of picture opportunities, nice people. From Prague I went up to Berlin in Germany, and the best thing about Berlin was the partying. They know how to party in Berlin. It's just like another level type thing. So I went on, you know, a few different pub crawls and stuff, and one of them was like the underground bar crawl. And so I'm just thinking, oh, that's just the name on the poster type thing. But it was literally underground. Like all the places we went to, you would walk along some dingy alley, go around some, you know, sketchy looking corner, and then there would be like one security guard with like these steps that would go down underneath the street, underneath the building, and then you went in, and then there was this massive big club underneath the building, like underneath the street type thing. You know, and there was all these different rooms and stuff that had like different DJs, different types of music, or like a random room with people playing poker and cards, and another random room with, you know, someone rapping, like live rapping, and then, you know, different DJs and just different couch rooms and stuff. And yeah, crazy scene in Berlin. And so after Berlin I went to Amsterdam and stayed there for about a week. That was really fun. And when I was there, the rivers were frozen, all of the canals, because it's like filled with canals in Amsterdam. And I asked the local, I'm like, is this normal for the canals to be like frozen over? And he's like, yeah, no, it's not normal at all. Like, this hasn't happened for like 10 years or so. You know, it was the last time that he could remember that the canals had frozen over. So I was like, wow. So it was really good timing because it was freezing cold winter. And, you know, and the canals are frozen over. And people were ice skating up and down it and walking all over it. And yeah, so that was really fun because it never happens. And I just happened to be there when it was happening. And, you know, like I could walk underneath the bridges as the cars and, you know, trams and stuff were riding over the top. And then after Amsterdam, I missed my flight to get to London. So I had to catch another flight. It was expensive. And I got to London for a couple of days and then headed home from there through Dubai. So that was my round the world trip. Super fun, very awesome. Then after that round the world trip, got hard working again, saved up, and the next trip I went to was back to the States. And I went back to San Francisco, because I love San Francisco, always have fun there. And went to Vegas, because I really wanted to go to Vegas, party it up. I had different friends and stuff in Vegas, so that was really fun. So went to Vegas and then went to Burning Man again, because I loved it so much the first time. So went there again, just as good second time as the first time. After coming back from that America trip, the next trip I took was to Hawaii, and I went there with a few family members, and that was great. Hadn't been to Hawaii, you know, it's a classic surf destination type thing. Growing up, hearing about Hawaii. So that was really good. I went skydiving there. Made a skydiving video. I'll link it up the top here somewhere. Just heaps of beaches, very warm weather. The next trip was Bulgaria. There was an SSM meetup in Bulgaria that I really wanted to attend. And so I went over there, met up with all these different entrepreneurial people. Had a great time, like flew into Sofia, went to Banksko, which was a ski resort, and stayed there for a week, snowboarding and partying and having fun. And after that, spent some time in Sofia, and then flew to Istanbul, checked out Istanbul because they were like really close together. So I was like, oh, may as well check out Istanbul. Checked out Istanbul, that was really fun. Stayed there for about a week. And then went to Copenhagen for a week. Met some friends there that I'd met in England on my round the world trip years ago. And so that was fun, meeting up with them and having fun getting shown around Copenhagen. And then from there, back to Australia. And that was about February through to March this year, 2015. And then I was back in Australia for like 2 weeks, and then I went straight off to Thailand. And I lived in Thailand for a month with a bunch of friends. We rented out this cool Airbnb house and, you know, had a blast. We lived in Thailand for a month, like rented a car, lived in a villa, went out all the time, went to beaches, did online business, had a great time. So that was Thailand, and then came back from Thailand. So yeah, that's it. That's everywhere I've been to so far. And my next trip is going to be to Southeast Asia. I'm going to do more of Southeast Asia, do a bit of country hopping throughout Southeast Asia. And it's so close and so cheap, especially for me in Australia. So definitely going to be checking that out. If you want me to make more in-depth videos on any of the places that I mention, leave me a comment below telling me. And because I've got like a bunch of footage that I took in all of those places, which I just haven't sat down and edited into some slick videos. So if you want to know more about any of those places like Central America or anywhere in Europe that I've been to, let me know in the comments below and I can address it, make a video, tell you more in depth about my experience there, how it was, what to look out for, what to look for, what experiences you must try there, and also some travel footage as well. Perlin signing out. Be sure to keep traveling. Until next time, bye. From Paris I went across to Mannheim, which I actually met someone in Bogota earlier who lived in Mannheim, and she was like, hey, I live in Mannheim, if you're coming through you should totally give me a visit. And I was like, hell yeah, that sounds awesome, I'll do that. So I went across to Mannheim, stayed there, checked out that city, that was really cool. And so from Mannheim I went to Liechtenstein, which is a tiny little country